everyone, Lucamus Prime here. So it's time for the next episode of my series of video games that deserve sequels. And in today's video, it's going to be once again another example of an Xbox One exclusive video game, which is only on Xbox One consoles, and it's also on PC as well on Windows. This is a video game which is actually a historic action-adventure video game taking place in ancient Rome. And this game I've also already reviewed on my channel as well, and I think it's wickedly underrated and deserves a lot more love. And this game, which I personally think deserves a sequel, is none other than 2013's Ryse, Son of Rome. So you guys are probably going to be asking me what my thoughts on this game then. So I played this game in early 2023 last year, and I have to say that I really wish I played it sooner. In fact, when it first came out, when I first got an Xbox One, because obviously this game was an Xbox One launch game, because I absolutely love this game. Like, I definitely really love the story, and also as well, the action in the game, in my opinion, is absolutely awesome. And I think as well, one thing that makes this game so brilliant is probably its graphics, because this game is 11 years old, and in my opinion, the graphics have aged beautifully. Like, it doesn't look like it's a really old game at all. Like, you wouldn't think it was 10 years old. It looks phenomenal. Or I guess I could probably say we live in an era now where old games have better graphics than today's games, which is very appalling. And this game is definitely an example of a better old game than today's games, in my opinion. So, I definitely would really love it if we got more of this franchise, basically. And this game, of course, is made by Crytek. So, I really would love it if a sequel would happen, absolutely. So, on that topic then, so I've already touched upon this on my review for the game. If you want to see me give my full thoughts on the game in depth, then please check out my review for it on the channel. But when it comes, of course, to why I think it is a sequel then, so like I said, guys, in my opinion, the game is absolutely awesome. It's definitely, in my opinion, worth playing. If any of you guys watch this Xbox players or you have a Windows PC, this game is definitely a must-play, in my opinion. I personally wish it's also got released on other consoles too as well, for you guys who aren't Xbox players. I really wish it could get a PlayStation release, absolutely. Because I think it deserves it. It doesn't deserve to be just on Xbox One. No way. Because in my opinion, the Xbox One compared to other consoles is very disappointing. I personally think there's better consoles for this game deserves to be on than just Xbox One. So, when it comes to a potential sequel then, I'd really love if it did a sequel which could either be focused once again on ancient Rome, maybe, or maybe taking place in a different historic period this time, maybe. That would probably be a really interesting idea. And I say, of course, like a different point of history, in case I don't want to, of course, to mess up the timeline of Earth's history, if you get what I mean. But then again, though, when it comes to this game, though, it does take place in an alternate ancient Rome. So, who knows, maybe, of course, the story could be different to real-life Earth history, maybe. So, because it's based on an alternate history, the story could be changed, and it won't affect, of course, real-life Earth history that way, really. So, maybe take us back to Rome for a sequel, maybe to a different historic period, or a different location whatsoever. So, I definitely would love to see a sequel to this game happen, because I think it's very underrated and deserves a lot more love. So, what I'll do in the meantime is I'll keep hoping we'll do a sequel, and hopefully as well, they'll also release on other consoles. And sadly, it also looks like Crytek may not be involved in making the game either, because they, of course, unfortunately entered financial crisis, and now they're just focused on making free-to-play games instead of being a video game developer, which is a big shame. So, if a sequel to this game was to happen, it'll probably be by a different company. And if that's the case, then I hope it's one of the companies working with Sony on PlayStation, like, for example, Sucker Punch or Santa Monica Studios, for example. Or maybe even companies in Japan. That would probably be really cool, couldn't it? So, you know, things like Sega and stuff like that, because obviously they're part of Sony, aren't they? Lots of Japanese game companies. So, that being said, I would really love a sequel of this game to happen. Might not be made by Crytek due to them only doing free-to-play games now. But I personally think that this game does deserve a sequel, absolutely. Whether it made by Crytek or not. Hopefully, it'll get released on PlayStation 5. I love that. Because I'm now a PS5 player, so if they, of course, get a sequel released on PS5, I'm definitely going to be in to play it. I'd also love it if they also remaster this game as well, for 9th generation consoles as well, because I think it deserves a remaster, in my opinion. I just hope they do it right and they don't mess it up, like, for example, of course, Return to Arkham. But hopefully, they'll do a great job remastering this for 9th generation consoles. Hopefully, they'll keep it as it is in the first game, graphic-wise. Just maybe add new things, like maybe like DLC or something, or like you know, new armor for characters to wear, something like that maybe. Because the game, in my opinion, holds up fantastically. So I hope they don't change the graphics too much, because I personally think it's great as it is, really. I just hope they you know, say, add new stuff, basically, to make it a worthy remaster. So, and I only play the game if it comes onto PlayStation. I don't plan to play it if it comes on all Xbox consoles, personally, because, in my opinion, this game is too good to be just on Xbox alone. It is on other consoles, in my opinion. So, long story short, guys, this is me, of course, doing the next episode of Video Games that deserve sequels, where I was saying why, in my opinion, Ryse, Son of Rome is a big example, I can say, of a game that deserves sequels. So, you know the drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to tell us in the comments what you guys think of Ryse, Son of Rome. Do you need a sequel or not? Let me think in the comments below. Also, be sure to join Team Fan by pressing subscribe for news to come in the future, and I'll see you all later.